Hey, welcome back. This is MDawg, and we are trophy hunting here at Mosquito. One more time. As you see, we are now very near completion. Unfortunately, this perch may be tough to get. I think it's going to kind of be like just random one day, you know? But I'm trying to see if we can work on it a little bit with yeah, just trying to like call our shot here with the perch, but we'll see. You know, we're about to go into overnight time, which means we probably won't catch it at all then. Right now, we're trying a roach, a frog, and just regular worm. We've got them cast in sort of this 5 meter hole here. Another spot we could try is this little hole over here, or even just off the dock. I mean, perch tend to be everywhere, right? So we're just trying to randomly find that trophy. I guess we're getting some nibbles on that third rod. The other thing I kind of want to do, and I guess we won't do this till morning at this point, but I guess we'll do a little spin fishing with our third rod. Take the worms out maybe. I feel like the bait fish and the frogs may give us the best chance. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if frogs catch perch at all. I think they will. But let's look at weekly. I don't know what's going to give us the best information. Like, I don't know how to really. Don't know how to really attack this. So all regions. Okay, that's what I should try. That's what I should try. Yep. Nasty worm. That's what we should do. We should just try to jig nasty worm. Let's see what we have on here. It's not even a perch. Probably should take ground bait off for worm to be more successful. All right, so let's get one of our. Ultralight setups, and let's go wacky. Let's get a little wacky up in here. I mean, I think like 5.4 should just be fine. Isn't 8 sort of the cutoff for? I need to remember. All right, so the roach bait fish catches the first fish. Frog still hasn't had one. That is a perch. Oh, frog is maybe doing something. All right, so let's go with. Let's try a gudgeon. By the way, I need to thank someone. I've actually got another spot that I'm wanting to fish that just looks really intriguing, and I want to do a video on it. But what happened was Dynamic, thank you very much, sent me these bait fish to use in our effort to get a roach. So okay, so what was the overall mosquito perch? Wait, where did I see that? Was that under ultralight? I guess it was, huh? Yeah. All right, so what, nasty worm 2.5, 008, 002, or 001? So any of those. Let's just try to see if it'll work. We really, I mean, it's so late in the day. Oh, crap. Why is this? Okay. We need to put a smaller That's 5 grams. Oh, these are much smaller, huh? Yep. I don't really know on I don't really know how we're supposed to reel these in, you know? Well, that kind of worked. That kind of worked. Yeah, it seems to be working, just kind of like bringing them in real slow, almost like what we do when we're drifting with them. We're really just, truth is, we're just running out of time here at nighttime. I guess what we can do at night is, wow, we're still catching them though. I guess it's not quite 11 p.m. so. What size thing do we have on here? 5.4? Trophy perch might like be pretty rough for us. Is it starting to rain? I'm amazed at the bite rate right now. Of course, this doesn't really help new players because you gotta be, to unlock Wacky Rig is pretty far down the list, right? Yeah. See, I think that bait fish and the frog potentially is going to be pretty slow. Now, what we hope is that it's going to have a higher chance of catching large perch. That's the hope, at least. Oh my goodness. We just caught an eyed. Well, I'm not going to stop casting till we stop catching fish. Well, I have to admit, I'm a little surprised that we didn't get the New River this weekend. And I was just wrong. There's no other way around it. And some of you have, were reminding me like, hey, just because they're talking like it's about to, we've been here in the past, and this doesn't always mean that it's about to come like imminent. It may still take them another couple of weeks or whatever. And I don't know why. I just thought the timing of that announcement this past week leading up to the weekend, it just seemed like it was going to happen. And I think I had in my head that in the past, things had been released close to weekends. I may be totally wrong on that, though. Guys, I am just a little dumbfounded right now with the success we're having with this Wacky Rig. I guess we're just going to sit here all day and do this, like, hopefully catch a trophy perch. So anyway, maybe it'll be this next week. Maybe it will be 2 or 3 more weeks from now, or more. Who knows? But I apologize if I, was too gung-ho on it. If I got anybody real excited about it coming out, and if you're feeling let down, I don't know why, but I thought this was probably the weekend for it to come out. All right. So I think what we want to do now, since we are in the overnight time, is Let's see if we can't just catch a couple rough. Maybe we'll have a chance at a, you know, some decent rough to make some money. Also, maybe we'll get a couple more bait fish in case the bait fish start picking up. And I'm going to take the frog out as well. We'll keep the bait fish, the #1 line, in, I think, because those will eventually spoil anyway, so we might as well just keep them in, I guess. But let's get 2 rods out there. Let's get a second Boonison. Let's see what this is set up for. We'll go 18 on this one, and let's just try a worm. This is probably that bream mix, which we don't really want. I kind of like having ground bait on there for rough, but I don't think it's necessary. For now, we'll just put that on there. I don't think it's necessary, but I also don't think it hurts you. And probably what works the best if you're going to use ground bait at all is just very basic ground bait. Just kind of find, you know, just do crackers and maybe maggots, or, you know, just something very basic. Find an attractant that seems to, you know, not work against you. So anyway, no new river this weekend. I mean, I've been a little disappointed. I was kind of getting geared up for, like, okay, we're gonna have some new stuff to figure out, hopefully. But we'll have to wait. So, okay, so we're gonna give it a little bit of time during this next day once we get overnight over with, and see if we can't. Did I change the leader on this, by the way? I did not. We don't need a 7.7 leader. It's got 6.4. Really, we ought to put like 3.2 on there. Catch these rough. Might help with the bite rate a little bit. We're not going to catch anything big at night. I guess we could catch a bream, but we've got pretty small hooks, so I'm willing to take that chance. All right, 36. I think it has to be 40 on the... I think it has to be 40 on the rough. That's a marker, I think. Yeah. That might be too big. Okay. I bet they're all sold out here, but let's go check. I wouldn't mind getting a fresh one of those lures we're using. They're very cheap, and after they're, I don't know, 10-15% worn out, I just tend to think, why am I still using a worn out lure? Maybe it doesn't matter, but alright, so the one we're using is the 002, and it's getting pretty worn down. .5002. They do have it. Let's get a couple of those. You really can't have enough of those because they work really good at donuts. I think that one will be perfect for bait fish. that one as well. Let's just go make sure there aren't any cafe orders. Okay. I'm starting to wonder if the wacky rig isn't going to be our what eventually comes through for us. Maybe not today, but sometime. All right, we need 5 from 20 for 27 silver. I guess I'm not going to worry about that. I mean, we're here for a reason, not for silver. If we end up with 5 that are too small or too big for... So I think this is a pretty good, speaking of new players, I do think this is a pretty good little rough spot. And if you are a really new player throwing just worms, which is what we have on this one, or red worms into a spot where you can catch, really reasonably catch rough like this, just remember, use really small hooks. But the bite rate seems to be really good here, and there's often really nice rough orders in the cafe. And I think one of these rough might be what catches our nice perch as well. Wow. Okay, so we've got some perch to catch a perch. In case that's a thing. And we're not far off from being able to start perch fishing again here. We'll probably start a little after 4 a.m. Alright, let's turn one of our rough. Let's see, what's the smallest one? I don't want to do all of them yet because you do get that timer of they're starting to spoil, and I don't realistically know how many bait fish we're going to go through. I'm not sure what the bite rate will be. I also think I want to go to 1.0 hook on the bait fish setup. I think we've got a 2.0 on there, and that's just a little ridiculous. Let's go to a 1.0 for the frogs and the bait fish. Yeah, I'd love to get this knocked out, but even if we don't, I'm not gonna spend too much time working on it because I do have another fishing spot I want to try, which also hopefully will knock some knock a trophy off the card. If it works out, we'll see, but I thought I'd give this a little bit more time, mostly because folks have been kind to send me those live fish for bait. Okay, so we're gonna we'll give the frog a little bit more time. The frog is on the Fortuna feeder. We didn't have a bite. Is that the 1.0 hook? Yeah. And we've got a 6.4 liter. That should be fine. We didn't have a bite yet, but we'll give it a little bit more time. If the perch don't seem to like the frog, then we'll switch this one to bait fish. We'll put regular live fish on that one as well. Now the question is, how long do I want to sit here fishing for the rough? I actually think this is a good time to switch back to our wacky rig. Let's see if we can catch some early fish here. So that is 30% worn out. Let's go ahead and switch to that, and let me go ahead and just get rid of the one that's at the 30% one. Guess I'll keep that one a little bit longer. And I'm really just reeling it a little bit and then watching the line as it sinks back to the bottom. I'm not really looking to get any kind of like specific type of reel in here. I've been reeling it in, and sometimes it seems to work. It's pretty nice, actually. The only thing is, I don't know if my other ultralight setup, if I might be able to cast it a little farther. Okay, it's getting a little bigger. I mean, with this bite rate right now, this is not a bad way to try to level up your spin fishing if you are, you know, high enough level to use wacky rigs. I had no idea you could get this kind of bite rate at Mosquito. Now what I'm wondering is, I don't know, what if we use wacky rig on a regular casting rod and get a bigger get one of the bigger wacky worms? Is that going to increase the size of the fish? Might play with the bite rate a little bit, but then again, this is Mosquito. There's going to be a ton of small perch in here. We just have to sort of cycle through them and hope we hit the big one eventually. Alright, what do we have on right now? A gudgeon and a frog. Let's put a... Oh, we did change it. Did I know that? Let's change it to that... well, let's change it to the oldest rough we have. I don't know why, but I think rough and then potentially bleak. I think maybe our best bet, but let's just see. And I'm not going to give this frog much longer. I mean, it may just be that frogs and perch don't go together too well. I don't know. Incredible. The amount of eyed we're catching here on Wacky Rig is crazy. And some of them have been markers. My only experience with Wacky before this was really using them at in drifting situations. All right, that's a little bigger. That was a nice one. Wow. Immediate bite. It's an eyed again. Okay, it seems like we can just do this all day. Let's try though. Hold on. Let's put the black box on, and that's fine. We don't want very strong line. I think 6.4. Actually, let's go wacky though. What I want to do is go to one of our higher hook sizes. I don't know about 1.0. We can try it. And then 4.5002. $4.5002. Okay. I think if we had a heavier, oops. Dang. Okay, hold on. First thing is maybe we're onto something here. I think if we had a heavier hook on there. maybe we'd be able to cast it farther, get it out into that deeper hole a little better. So we've got a 1.0. That weighs a little bit more. I bet there's some that we could purchase in the store that would weigh even more. How slow are these frogs and live bait fish, though? Good grief. Let's see if this casts farther. Yeah, it did, but it's still not super far. I need to check what the test is of this rod. We're probably not getting anywhere near the test weight. It needs to be much heavier. 14 grams, and we're sitting here at 7 grams. Which means I might have a better rod for this. 10 grams. That one's even lighter. Let's see, 2, 4, 5. Well, that's at least, yeah, that's at least. All right, let's try this one more time. Let's see how far out we go. All right, we're reaching it just to the tree line there. I do think we're onto something here, though. Okay, so let's take that one off so that we can use it on the other one. Oh man, that was so much better. Now, is it actually better? I don't know. I mean, are all the perch close to shore? But maybe that's the problem. Maybe we need to do like a 12-meter clip with this bait fish and stuff. Now, why am I not catching it on this one? There we go. Those perch are closer to shore, maybe. That's a nice one, though. Okay. What are these, like 25-meter clip? Let's do like 15 clips, see if we get faster bites. I mean, the perch are definitely here. Let's do 14 clip. Do 12 clip on this one. I really want to see if this frog, if these frogs aren't working, I need to switch it. I also want to hear it if we actually catch something. Alright, now we just do like 60% cast. I don't think we need to go out as far as we potentially can go on that, but woo, it's a nice one. 807 grams. Yeah, yeah, this was definitely the right move though, right? We've got a larger lure. Hopefully, we're gonna go real deep here. Hopefully that means, let's let it, ooh, nice. I was gonna say, let's let it sink all the way. Hopefully that means that some of the smaller perch, maybe we won't catch. It's not gonna that's not gonna always be the case, obviously, but hopefully that introduces the larger perch to our fish pool more often. Hey, there we go. Nice fish here and a fish on the frog. I think we just had these in the wrong spot maybe. That's a decent fish, right? That's a decent one. Okay, we've caught one. Now let's go to 2-0 hook with the frog. And if this kills the bite rate, we'll switch it back. I mean, it's not hard to catch frogs, so I don't necessarily mind going through my whole frog collection, but if we can fish smarter and try to get one sooner, I'm good with that too. I don't know about you, but I want to see that black box again. This does give us +2 to the jigging ability, which should increase our chances for a trophy as well. It's just annoying how short it casts. Let's see, what's the size on it? Let's see if we can get a 1-0, a 1-0 wacky, what is that, offset hook? Is that what those are called? That weighs more than 5 grams. And there may be heavier wacky lures as well, I don't know. Try to get into the test range. So these are... is it offset? No. Is it weighted? Okay. Alright, these are 12 grams. That's perfect. That should be perfect, right? And we could also try stinky sticks. But let's try this. I think we have... Ooh, we don't have one big enough for that yet. Obviously, we have this. So we need one that's 1.6. Is that a trophy size? That is a trophy size, right? So our trophy size perch that we need to catch here has a home in the cafe. Come on now, let's get it. Let's get her done. All right, so we should be well in tests range here. So if we want to cast a little farther, we can. Look at that. Yeah, we're casting over 20 meters now if we want. I've been really sad at the bite rate of these fish and frogs. It's not been good. Trying to get some kind of jigging motion here. We are on the fish. It's just a matter of getting the right perch. Okay, let's try a stinky stick. So that we can say we did. Hello. Oh, crap. Thought that was it, guys. I really did think that was it. mean, we're still catching a fish every cast. All right, let's just for funsies try the smaller one again. I didn't mean to cast that short. I forgot this one has the shorter cast. Woo! Dang. It really is just right here up against the shore, isn't it? Where we're getting these perch. I like the way the lighter ones look. The way you see the line go up and down. It's a little harder for me with the heavy ones to sort of judge what it's doing on the bottom. Maybe that it's not getting as high off the bottom. I don't know. It's like they most often hook on, it feels like, when it pauses. See what I mean? It's like that pause time is when the perch tend to snap on there. But they love it. They absolutely love the wacky rig. We have 51 fish. It's a nice one. It's really almost always around 6 or 7 meters that I'm catching them. I guess sometimes before, but it is often. Let's just cast a little different spot here. We'll do the same technique except further out. Basically, it just seems like you want that wacky rig just to be moving around, that wacky worm, with some pauses in there. Right at the end. All right. Tell you what I'm going to do. We're coming up onto our last chance here. So, let's move to the dock. I've been very pleased, obviously, with the bite rate here at here for the. Actually, maybe what we should do is right here. Hold on, let me see if I can just check distance real quick. Distance is Mosquito. All right. So according to this, we want to be about 17 meters. Let's see if we get any better activity. I'm just surprised, like, the frog caught the one and the roach caught the one. But we haven't had, I really expected us, as good as the wacky rig has done, the opposite of that is that the bait fish and the frog hasn't done anything. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. That's something. That's something. All right, let's try. Remember, we tried gudgeon and we didn't get any activity, but we didn't get any activity at all over there. So let's try this over here. And let's also go back down to 1-0 hook on the frogs. Because that's one thing we did that I'm not sure was the most helpful. Now the question is, can we still get the wacky rig to work pretty good over here? There we go. Okay, new spot, new chance here. This might be, I don't know, close to a kilo. Yeah. All right, we are in business. Even if we don't get it now, I feel like maybe we have found a spot that maybe there's new hope here. Yep, still amazing activity. We've got just like a few in-game hours left where this kind of activity should be present. Now I think we're probably on the right track here, but the other, oh shoot. I guess we can just leave that for a minute. I don't know, I don't want to waste any time. I don't trust that that put the right gudgeon on there. We want to make sure it's a fresh fish. Okay, it did, we're fine. The other thing we could do, now that I'm seeing this, is you could troll with wacky rigs out. I think I like doing it this way better though, because I still believe that the bait fish and or the frog or some other bait even that haven't tried yet may be our best chance at attracting the big perch. Just because you never know, let's give this a try. So now that I'm seeing the bite right here, I'm wondering maybe bait fish ×2 instead of using a frog. At least lets you see the most fish. I mean, we're getting some decent ones here. So we have rough, roach, and we have perch. What if a perch catches the perch? Crap, that's too big. Our test is 140. This is it's not that big. This is 42 grams. We could do like a 28 gram. It's still a little big. 123. All right, what about this? All right. If you're gonna do bait fishing, live bait fishing, so like typically that would be that's what you have to watch out with these wacky worms, man. The fish will bite these things even if you're not moving it. What is this? I said it looks like a perch over there. It took the line way away. Almost got spooled. Oh no, I did. Well, I kind of almost got spooled, but we didn't hurt the reel there. You know why? Because we hadn't closed it, I don't think. We just set it straight down. Dang it, it's another nice one. Well, if those perch are the same size, we're gonna have to maybe use a different rod with a higher test to fish with those. Yeah, in this spot, it's like I'm not catching them close to the shore in this spot. It is like out of the hole, it seems like. Which means if we don't catch one early in the process, we don't want to waste too much time late until we recast it. I think it might be time to get the black box out again, full cast over into that hole. Man, that was a big one on the bait fish and on this lure. Well, I don't know. Got a fish on, I think. It could just be the live fish swimming around, but it kind of jerked off like that. It looked like it might have been a real deal. Oh, come on. Maybe we let it sit for longer. There we go. Come on. Not a trophy. Yeah, I think I would go... let's see. 2 bait fish. Don't use the frogs. Even in this spot, frogs seem too slow. It's a little late, but we'll try it one more time here. Okay, we caught a lot of perch. I mean, I feel like we're on the right track here, right? This has got to be the right track. All right, I think I'm going to take a break from this and go do that other fun spot if I have time tonight. But I feel like we've got some good information, and it's worth trying to complete this. So I'll probably do another session like this soon. But as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll get that trophy perch one day. See you next time.